So half the week, I was driving to Nuvali to show properties to clients. And we thought, why don't we just flip the switch? Instead of me driving to Nuvali and going home to Pasig, why don't we move to Nuvali and drive to Metro Manila when needed? Hi, I'm Mitor Alipio. I'm the CEO of Upside Philippines, and I've been selling real estate for the past 20 years. My wife and I invested in Nuvali in 2015. Our firstborn was just 6 months old at the time. The big dream was to be able to build a house eventually. However, prices in Metro Manila was so high. Still so high, actually. We could only see ourselves being able to afford a condo. And when the opportunity presented itself, there was a pre-selling project that sold at the time. It was a no-brainer for us because I'm very much familiar with Nuvali. It's part of the team that pre-sold it way back 2007, 2008. And we could just see ourselves living there. We moved to Nuvali in 2022. Our second child, our son, was about to turn 2, which meant that he was born just before the pandemic. In fact, his baptism was the weekend before the first lockdown. Naturally, he saw the world only through the lens of an iPad and through the small windows of our townhouse. My wife saw a house that was adjacent to a park, and we instantly imagined ourselves living in it. There was an abundance of open space, greeneries, fresh air. You could imagine our kids riding the bike, using the swing, seeing their friends at the back of our house because it's adjacent to the park and just running around. So could imagine a better life. So we took the plunge, and as with everything we do in life, it was another leap day. What made the decision to move to Nuvali so easy? First reason is that there are a multitude of school options. Just inside Nuvali, you already have Xavier, Miriam, and Everest Academy. Bringing our daughter to her school before, it would take us about 30 to 40 minutes, and that's just from Ortigas Center to Mandaluyong, and that's just one way. Now, it takes us only 7 minutes to bring her to school. So that means we have time to have breakfast, talk, before she even goes to school. Second reason, I was already selling in Nuvali, so client viewings are much easier. Whenever I need to go to Makati or BGC, it will only take me about an hour drive, which is practically the same if you live in Metro Manila and stuck in EDSA. Third reason, there are places of interest for the family. There's malls, hospitals, and churches. Essentially, whatever you find in Manila, there's a version of it in Nuvali. So it doesn't feel like you're missing out. My advice for people thinking of moving to Nuvali is, if your life requires you to be in Manila every single day, like if you need to report to the office daily and your kids will still be studying in Manila, then the drive back and forth might stress you out. Maybe best for you to just test it out by renting first. For young families like us, best to move while your kids are still young so you can create a lot of happy memories with them, like getting into outdoor sports, running, having picnics in the park, simple joys like that. Now, if you're in your senior years, air quality is much better here because of the open space and you're surrounded by nature. So this is a good place to retire. Tagaytay is also just a 30-minute drive away. The beaches of Batangas are also not too far. On that note, if you're choosing Nuvali as an investment, it's a no-brainer because of all the infrastructure and other things going for it. Overall, it's a great place to live in. But at the end of the day, choosing where you live is a personal choice.